Looking to start your own MOC, but don't know where to get bricks? I've got you covered. If you are a LEGO MOC builder, or thinking about jumping into this world, then you have probably already asked yourself the ultimate question. Where do MOC builders get their bricks? Imagine this. You just finished designing an awesome build in Studio or some other software. You are feeling great. Everything is looking perfect. Then you check your library, and you are missing that one critical part. Now your build is just sitting there half finished, staring at you like, well, don't worry, I've been there. Today, I'm gonna walk you through exactly how I hunt down the parts I need, the good and the bad, and to some methods that are just plain ridiculous. Hey guys, I'm Yuan, and welcome back to Buildgonuts Creations. Before we jump in, if you like this kind of nerdy MOC talk, please give the video a like and hit subscribe. It really helps a lot, and I have more MOC tips coming your way. So, are you ready? Let's talk about it. Yes, we're starting with the most painful but effective method, sacrificing your LEGO sets. I know you guys must be like, wait, you actually take down your sets? How could you do that? But trust me, I didn't want to either. It really hurts. But here's the thing, my studio is tiny. It's basically just a regular den with part drawers, a work desk, and a bunch of random stuff. There's just no space to keep too many sets on display. In the beginning, I took them apart slowly, piece by piece. I borrowed parts from here and steal parts from there. And of course, never return them. Eventually, none of my sets were complete anymore. So earlier this year, I made the hard decision to just fully break everything down for good. Some sets were rare and long retired, like Ninjago City, the Ghostbuster HQ, and even the Colosseum. Yeah, that one still hurts. But honestly, the sacrificing method is one of the most common and efficient ways for MOC builders to get started. And it's how I built my very first MOC, the Iron Man Lab. I have no parts library back then, just a few random 1x1 pieces from LEGO sets. So I took apart my sets and made it work. Even now, after years of building, I still use this method. Some rare parts or unique colors only show up in specific sets. So sometimes, the only way to get them is to buy the whole set just for some parts. That's why I have so many half-open boxes lying around and never get sorted. Sure, it may not look economical, but in the long run, it kinda is. You might only need one part from a set, but all the leftovers are going into your library, and that is a huge help down the road. The only downside? 5 years later, the set you butchered is now worth 500 times more than what you paid. Oops. If you ever stepped into a LEGO store, you should have seen the wall, the glorious pick-a-brick wall, or just PAB for short. To me, this is one of the most bang-for-your-buck ways to stock up on parts. It used to be all plastic cups, but now they changed to cardboard boxes for eco-friendly reason. Here in Canada, a small box goes for $12.99 and a large one for $21.99. But here's the thing, to really get your money's worth, you need to know how to pack these boxes, not just dumping bricks in the box. We're talking about strategy. Shake it, press it, use every single gap. Start with the big pieces first, then fill in the spaces with smaller ones. There are tons of online tutorials out there on how to Tetris your way into the box. Personally, I actually find these new boxes better than the old cups for packing regular shaped bricks. And honestly, most store employees I've met are super nice. As long as you kinda close the lid, usually they won't say anything. There was one time, I even had a staff member hand me a free small cup because I packed my cup ridiculously full. True story. From a value standpoint, it's kind of unbeatable. I mean, even the cheapest bricks online usually cost at least a penny each. But with PAB, once you do the math, your brick cost is way less, especially if you pack like a pro. It's also a dream if you need a lot of same parts, like building floors, tile floors, brick walls, or structural supports. And of course, the downside is you never know what you're gonna get. The selection depends on what's in stock at that time. Rare parts do show up occasionally, but it's mostly just basic bricks. Totally unpredictable. That said, you can ask the staff if they know what's coming next, or check Facebook groups where people post updates on local PAB stock. If you are one of those people, leave a comment below and let us know your local PAB cycles. And if during holiday seasons or theme promotion, expect cool special parts, like pumpkins during Halloween, car-related parts during car events. Bottom line, you won't always find what you want, but if you hit the wall regularly and grab a box here and there, it will add up fast. Trust me, that's me. Here is something a lot of people don't realize. Pick-a-Brick isn't just in store. LEGO actually has a full online version. And let me tell you, the variety is insane. All kinds of colors, shapes, and super specific parts. It's a paradise if you know exactly what you need. But there is a catch. Unlike the physical PAB wall where you can pack a box full for a flat price, the online version charges per piece. So yeah, it can get expensive fast. Personally, I don't order from the website that often, mainly because the value just isn't as good. One upside though, the parts usually ship from a closer regional warehouse. For example, I am in Vancouver, and usually my standard stuff ships from somewhere like New York, so the weight is not too bad. But if you're after something more like rare colors or special parts, they will usually ship straight from Denmark. And by the time the package finally shows up, I have already forgotten what I ordered. But if you are based in Europe, you might get stuff faster. Lucky you! Honestly, this method is best when you already finish a design in something like Studio or Mega Bricks, or you need hundreds of one specific part in a special color. Just like when I built this building mock and video project for LEGO China. I had to order a few hundred sand blue window pieces. But here's the thing, before you go all in on a big mock project, you really need to double check where each part ships from and how long it will take. There is nothing worse than getting deep into a build, reaching that one crucial moment, and realizing the key part's still floating somewhere over the sea. Every serious mock builder probably has a story like this. Whether it's Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, or even Reddit, doesn't matter. Pick your battlefield. You will be surprised how often parents suddenly realize, oh, my kid's done with LEGO, and just get rid of entire collection online. Sometimes it's even pre-sorted, like color-coded and categorized. If you come across one of those deals, jackpot! If you have seen this video, then you will know. I found this guy on Facebook. He was quitting the hobby and selling off his entire collection, dozens of pounds of LEGO, fully sorted by type and color. And get this, mostly brand new. It was such a good deal. That lot gave me a dream start to my mock journey. I'm still grateful to this day. It saved me so much time, effort, and money. But second-hand buying has pros and cons. The value is just unbeatable. A lot of parents or former builders just want to get rid of the stuff quickly, so prices are super reasonable. Cons? Well, unless you meet a miracle seller like I did, most second-hand LEGO lots are looking like this. Dusty as heck. Bricks all mixed together. Some half disassembled. Maybe even a few fake friends, aka non-LEGO bricks. Or worse. If you're okay with the chaos, grab a couple of friends, put on some music, and saw through it together. Make it a chill weekend project. And who knows, you might find some real gems buried in the mess. Alright, this is it. My most used method, my daily go-to, Bricklink. But what is Bricklink exactly? Well, it's pretty much the most complete LEGO parts database on the planet. It's so complete, LEGO straight up bought the site a few years ago. Rumor has it, was for that insane part archive. A funny story, I still remember when I was in the LEGO house, Stuart Harris, the legendary master builder of LEGO house. He told us they wanted to display some of the older sets, but LEGO's own archive only has a single copy of each, and those couldn't be loaned out. So what did they do? They went to Bricklink. Yes, they hunted old sets on Bricklink. For me, every day I sit down to start a mock project, the first thing I open is Bricklink. I use it to check the parts from which set, when it was released, what colors exist. It's basically the LEGO Bible for mock builders. But back to the good stuff. Besides being an amazing reference tool, Bricklink is also a global marketplace. Once you find the parts you need, You will see every seller around the world that has it in stock. Sounds perfect, right? Well, almost. The only downside? The interface is, let's just say, not exactly user-friendly. The buying process is a little bit tricky. You have to pick sellers based on your quantity and shipping needs. Place an order, wait for them to update the shipping cost, and then pay, usually via PayPal. Then you just hope they ship quickly, depending on their mood, location, and shipping method. In short, if you are in a rush, Bricklink might not be your best friend. But if you're patient, or if you're planning ahead, it's totally worth it. You can filter by seller in your country. Some allow local pickup, which you can save some time and money. Speaking of money, the price vary a lot depending on the seller. I once bought a ton of tiny bricks and ended up paying more for the shipping than the bricks. Now here's the best part. There are other great sites for brick hunting as well, like Brickout. I have bought from there too. But personally, I prefer Bricklink because it's integrated so well with Studio. You can design your entire mock in Studio, then one-click export the part list to Bricklink. If you choose a color that doesn't actually exist for parts, Studio and Bricklink will flag it. That way you can swap it out before spending hours searching an impossible brick. So yeah, Bricklink isn't just useful, it's basically essential once you pass the beginner stage. If you're interested, I might do a full video walkthrough of how to place your first Bricklink order, step by step. Let me know in the comments. Alright, that's it for today. All my favorites and battle testing methods for hunting down LEGO parts over the years. Each method comes with its own little story from my never-ending journey with bricks. If you have some secret brick hunting hacks, drop them below and share the wisdom. And hey, if you're walking the mock path right now, don't worry about not having enough parts. Your bricks may be late, but they are never truly missing. Unless you forgot to click pay now or your package got lost in the mail. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to smash the like button, hit subscribe, and ring the little bell so I can keep bringing you more LEGO MOC ideas and tips. I'll see you in the next one. And until then, I hope you find the one brick you have been searching for. See ya!